What's up there, fellow YouTubers? This is Chris from the Mods Anomalies channel. Guys, I just watched, I had this picture on deck to do up there, and I realized that my buddy Will over there, What's Up in the Sky, has done this. So, I'm going to use this in addition to, and kind of reiterate on some of the things, because there is things in this picture that are absolutely, again, scream intelligently made. And all these naysayers, pay attention, because that's all there is to it. It still boggles my mind that people, I don't care if they don't believe a thing I say, or any, like Will says, or anybody these guys say. I really don't care. Common sense has to kick in. You have to be able to look at these pictures. Okay, I've been through rocky areas before, and I've never seen this shape. Well, I mean, just that alone should make you say, oh, well, you know, that just doesn't fit in. So it looks intelligently made. And this picture is no different from a lot of the ones we've done. So this is the picture I'm talking about. And this is from Sol 588, if you guys haven't seen this. But it's this area here that he talks about, this one here, and this one here. But there's some little details in here that he does a great job, so just watch his video. And I'm just going to just add to it. But there's something in here that just kind of really stood out to say, hey, this is definitely... Well, actually, there's a couple things that really stood out that said definitely mechanically made. Now, that's only 3 little areas compared to this whole picture. Take a look at this whole thing in here. I promise you'll find more amazing stuff. So anyway, and of course, you guys will get the link. As always, just look at my description at the bottom. You'll find the link to it. You guys can check this out yourself. Okay, the 2 areas, the 3 areas, I should say, like I said, are going to be these here. Okay. Now I've done them in colors, just how I like. Sometimes I like to bring it out without it being too harsh, as far as too much contrasting, whatever. So I'd like to try to mellow it out a little bit. But anyway, let's start off with this one here, and I'm going to do this myself so you guys can see this yourselves, and you can take the necessary steps as well and check it out. Okay. Let's do it this way instead. Okay. This is what I noticed right off the bat. This was pretty neat. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to show you the steps. Simple auto color. Just do the 3 automatics. Contrast as well as tone. There they are on the right-hand side. Go to your filter. Just blur. Go into blur field and go to 2 pixelations or 2 px. And boom. I mean, I'm looking at this right here. Look at it. I mean, I'm just going to show you this right here. I'm just going to zoom in and watch this. Now, this is at 300%. I'm going to go to even 400, so it's even going to be still pixelated after I blur this up. But just this alone shows there's intelligent life here, because it's like a squared off, complete nice sharp corner toward this block, so to speak. And he does point this stuff out. And I'm just going to just blur this up a little bit, and I'm going to show you guys this, because this is pretty wild stuff. This is what I was intrigued with in the back. Now, with this, the way this thing is here, you can't see much, but look, there's something oval-shaped, and there's something else there. Now, let's jump right into it, and like I said, let's throw a little blur in. Go back to the field here, the field blur. Bring it down to 2 px, well, pixels, I guess it would be megapixels. So now you can suddenly start to see something right here. So now you go, okay, so what could that possibly be? All right, well, let's say okay. All right, now, like I said, look at the way this thing is actually oval-shaped, and it has a dome to it. But what's really crazy, it actually has a step, another step, and another step, and it has something goes right up on it. So let's try to see if we can, well, let's do this. Let's do a little filtering, and then we'll go back to shopping. Go back down to smart shopping. Mine's at 100%, and it's on the radius, it's 1.0. So you can do that, and it'll just bring a little bit, because you don't want to go pixelated again, so you don't want to do that. Okay, now let's throw a little... We can do, well, let's do a little exposure for the heck of it. Let's bring it. I don't want to bring too much contrast. We just want to be able to see the lines if we can. Okay, this alone, look at this. Are you kidding me? I'm going to bring it in. It's kind of distorted a little bit, but look at this. Nice oval shaped, and you can see it's got a reflection to it. It's definitely metallic, or at least it looks that way. I don't know a rock that really shines like that unless it's a granite, and even then it's spotty because you can see the sparkles in it. This is like, you can just see it like it's just right here. But there's also a blur here, and I'll get to that in a second. But you can see, I don't know if this is completely round, like almost like the old traditional flying saucer that you see as far as that shape. I'm not saying that's what this is. I'm just saying the shape of it, like I can't see if it's round all the way around, but you would think you'd see this at least over here, and I don't see that. So it appears like it's almost like, kind of like a weird step thing, with something going straight up the middle of this, up to here. So That's pretty wild to me. Okay. Now, even if I was to do just a simple, let's just desaturate it, and then we'll bring up brightness and contrast. We'll just max that out, and just brighten up just a hair bit. See if we can. Well, let's bring that back down to 6, and then we'll go back down to about 60%. And you can see this thing pretty darn good. And if we back out just a hair bit, well, we'll just go ahead and OK that. Come on. This is clearly, and this is the colors. And we'll just go back to the blur. This is definitely has color to it. It's like a bluish grayish, if you will, or kind of a purplish. Okay. Now, I've desaturated for a reason, because what I want to do is I want to actually invert this real quick, because I want to show you something. What it looks like, right here, looks like there's something coming off that dome and then down into this. Let me just go like over to here. Now, it's going to be real bright, but I want to show you this because this is pretty wild. I'm just going to go ahead and try to bring down the darkness, and then you can see something coming out of that. It's like a blur or something they did, and you can see it's like all blurred up right here, but they went down, come down to here. Well, let's do this first. Go back to blur. See if we can't just blur it up, maybe get a little bit finer lines to it if we can. Not really. I mean, a little bit. You can just see it right here. But let's go 1%. And we'll OK that. And you can see it right there. It's got this curvature or whatever this. So I don't know if this is big and it's part of something. It's clearly, look at the way these lines come off too. You know? So even if I was to go back, okay, I'm going to back out just a hair bit. Look at the way these lines are. There's clearly some kind of structure. It's like this whole piece right here is some kind of structure or something like that. But I don't know of any rock that does this. It's clearly some kind of, like I said, some kind of a structure, machine, call it what you will. This is a good distance off. I'm at 400% on this picture, so yeah. And like I said, you guys can eyeball this yourself. There's that handle thing kind of thing. It looks like thing. But this is what I wanted to show you guys because this is pretty cool. Did you guys see this? Look at the way this thing is. It almost looks like this Martian can opener, if you will. It kind of has this ring. Goes around here. Has this dot, has this, but it goes across here, has this curvature, goes up to here, almost a point, comes back in, and you can't see what's right there, but then it goes back over to this. And see that? I mean, come on. You can almost see that it's just completely taken out. But it's there. What does that naturally? Also, you can see right here, there's something like a round circle. It looks like it's facing this way, but it has this almost like a square box with something on top of it. Terminates right there, and it has this like a line going to it, and it goes into the ground. Now, let me back out just a little bit, and you'll see it a little bit clearer. See that? Looks like some kind of weird white box with some kind of lip, if you will, sticking out of the top of it. And then it comes back down like a hose or a line or some kind of plug. I couldn't tell you. I really don't honestly know what it is. But, I mean, just look around. You can see these like round things right here. Something's sticking out of it. Just take a good look at this stuff. Looking for details, man. It's all about the details. And like I said, look at the way this is almost camouflaged with the ground. And it's just got these crazy things in it. So to me, this is absolutely, this screams intelligently made, just this alone. And like I said, you guys will be able to see this a little bit better because what the problem is, like I said, you always get picture degradation. Like I said, I downloaded it. I'm putting it in manipulation software, so on and so forth. I'm going to upload it. So you do get some degradation. So also, look at the way this back runs around here. It has this weird almost like a distorted circle, if you will, or almost a square or rectangular area. It's hard to tell. But this is what I come up with when I first did this. So I threw some color in after the fact. So just so you guys can see that, like I said, there's a line that runs straight up this thing, and then 1, 2, and then 3. Check it out, guys. Tell me what you think. Let's jump over to the next one, which is right over here. He does jump down to this. This, to me, this is another, just one thing in this area alone screams intelligently made. So let's do this. Let's go back to this here, and we'll do this area. Okay. Now, let's just, same thing, auto color, auto contrast, and auto tone. Now, this block alone screams intelligently made. And I'm going to explain why. Because, well, first of all, it's one thing to see something square, and you go, that's a possibility, but I'm on the fence. Okay. There's nothing to be on the fence about when you see something completely flat across and has an angle coming down. It has a different angle. It's not completely straight down like this. It actually has an angle to it, and it has what looks like little features on it and something on the side there. Let's do a little shopping, and I keep it at the same percent, like 100%. And you've got your radiuses at 1.0. So just enough to just bring it up a little bit. Okay, but then you can see this right here. It has that weird thing he was talking about. It looks like this half frisbee thing, half round. But let's do this. Do the exposure. We'll just bring that up a little bit. Okay, back down. And bring that back down a little bit. Now, what I'm trying to convey to you guys is this here. This has a step. If you look, let's use this here, better as a pointer. Right here, it comes down, steps down again, and it looks like almost like, you got the chainsaw kind of thing going on, that kind of weird shape to it. But I believe this may be part of this, and this looks like it's off to the side, like it's been tilted to the right, so to speak, if you were standing right here behind it. But you can see like this right here comes around. It looks like whatever it was spilled out of it or something, because there's something right here. See the shape of it? That could have been completely round at one point. And then it's all bent up and everything because it's fallen over, whatever. I don't know. But just kind of wild stuff here. This right here looks like some kind of weird part of a concrete slab, if you will. And it has something propping it up or holding it up right there. It's just, I don't know. I don't know how to explain that. But right in the back here has this kind of complete nice sharp corner. Goes up to here, another corner, goes across. But it also has what looks like a little dark opening, just barely noticeable. So it's hard to tell what that is. But if you look at the top here, there's something that comes up, line down, goes across. It looks like there's several lines down, and it comes back down again. Don't know, man. I don't know what this stuff is, but it's insane. It's just wild with some of the stuff that's in here. Let me see if I can't bring out this other piece, too. I really wanted to bring this out, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Okay, let's do that. I'm trying to bring this out a little bit more. Right over here, it almost looked like a little house at first. Because you can actually see it overhangs and comes back down. Overhangs, comes back down. Has these little features, but look at the way this thing runs right here. 1, 2, 3 little lines. But this also goes all the way back here and out of the frame that I've done. So whatever this is, and look at this, it looks like some kind of weird cylindrical thing with a hole right there. Let me jump in a little bit. Right there, there's a little hole. It looks like some kind of weird cylindrical thing that has a jagged piece like it's been broken off. I don't know what that is. But come on. I mean, I don't care if you're the biggest skeptic on the planet. Nature is not going to make a block like this. I don't care what anybody says. If you're in that much denial, wow, there's just no way that nature's going to do that. And it actually slopes down in the front here, and it has like some kind of weird detailing in it, and on the back. Well, back, front, whatever this thing may be. There's also like a wall right here, or something right here. I'm actually out of the picture here, but not that it really matters too much. So there is definitely some things in this picture that just don't make any sense. I mean, we can even sharpen this up just a hair bit and see if we can bring something out of it. But you'll see the line of this a little bit better. And you can see things pop. Like right here, here's another thing that's kind of unique, but some of it's out of the picture as well. Right here, where you've got, has this piece right here, has a separation, has almost like a round thing, but it's being covered. But it also has a line that goes down as a body line to it and comes over to here, and of course it's all kind of blocked out. So there's things in this picture that just clearly don't make sense. It just, like I said, it just screams intelligently made. Let me go over here. Now you can see that little round cylindrical thing there a little bit better on that. This thing pops out a little bit better right here. You can see in this circle right here, this line comes up, down, goes across. There's other features in here somewhere. This actually, it has this weird shape here. This is where I was talking about. This is what's kind of strange to me too. Is it possible that this is coming up and going around like this is one big thing here? I don't know. But see this right here, it kind of comes up. Is it just possible that this is going into the ground, but this is going all the way across? So I don't know if this is like all one thing. If it's separate things, who knows? It's really hard to tell. Let me just zoom in a little bit, and you guys can see this a little bit better. for the guys who are using the phones and so on and so forth. This thing's actually got, I don't know if you noticed this, 1, 2, and it has a circle and another circle and some other little, design, something detail in here I can't make out. Even after I sharpen it, you can see the 1, 2 little black dots and then circle and then circle. And you guys will see this a little bit better because I know a lot of you guys are hardcore. You'll pull this thing apart. There's no doubt in my mind. This is what I come up with the second time. So this is pretty much what I ended up with, as you can see. And now I'm going to jump onto this last piece. And because I don't want to make this too long, guys. I know you guys don't want to watch anything super long. So anyway, so let's jump into this one. This one here, it just screams mechanical parts. That's all there is to it. And we're going to do the same thing, auto color. And the reason why I'm showing this to you guys is so you guys can actually do this yourselves and see exactly what I'm doing. I'm not doing anything out of the ordinary. And, so I don't know what happened there. I'm actually doing the whole picture now. Okay. Let's do this again. Okay. Now, do the auto color, auto contrast, auto tone. Let's put in a little blur here. We'll go 2% as usual. 2px, pixels. Okay. Okay. We'll go back to shopping, go to smart shopping down here. And like I said, mine's at 100%. There's very few times I really have to change this up a little bit, but just this stuff alone, guys, check this out. Look underneath here. 1. It goes around and it's like rounded right here. See this edge? And it comes down and down to here. This does the same thing, and it follows on the bottom part of it. Now, let's see if we can bring that out a little bit more. Well, let's go with the exposure. We'll just see if we can pump that up a little bit, bring it up. Well, we may not be able to, but we can do this. Let's see if we can just do a little, get rid of some shadows and highlights. Let's get rid of the highlights, bring that down. Now you can see right here, it actually comes up and around. Comes up and around, goes across and over to here. This one comes up and goes across and goes over to here. And then, of course, you can't see it here. But look at this straight bar or whatever this is laying right here. Yeah, guys, this is, like, incredible. There's something laying right here. I don't know what this is, but it's got a separation 1, 2, and it looks like there's, like, these square openings or something. Yeah, guys, just take a look at this stuff. I mean, right here. Going across inside here, it's got these small parts. You really don't know what you're going to find in here until you actually jump into this picture. But let me just jump in here a bit more. And like I said, just look at the way these lines, this has been thrown over here. You can see this like right here, like this arch. And there's another one kind of behind it, but you can't really, they really distorted this. And it has like this round circle. And then something comes up right through the center of it. I mean, come on. And you might be able to see it a little bit better now. But like I said, I know you guys will do this yourselves and you'll want to get hardcore on this. But check this stuff out. This is mechanical parts, 100%. And I wish NASA would really get their head out of their rear end. I mean, come on. There's no need for that kind of thing. There's just really, I think people are ready for this. Even the people that will be blown away. I mean, I've said this myself. I said, look, the first time I seen a carved rock or anything like that, it just kind of, I went, no way. There's just no way this is on Mars. And then the more I studied it, I'm going, wait a minute, this stuff is in the pictures. I find it hard to believe that these guys are the smartest guys on the planet, and yet they're overlooking this stuff. They're not. Come on now. I can just only imagine what these look like untouched. Just see stuff strewn all over the place. I can only imagine what this stuff looks like. It must be insane, and it must be pretty awesome to boot. So, guys, check this thing out yourself. Let me know what you think. Someday, I mean, I hope we all get together. I really want to get together as a collaboration. We're calling ourselves like Mars, Team Mars now. Will needs, we need to all get together and then just really talk about this and really blow this thing right out of the water. If we have to go to a news channel or whatever, let's just rock and roll this thing and, put some pressure on them. I mean, really put some pressure on them. We can do videos, sure, but let's put some pressure on them to get them really start squawking and talking. And we'll go from there. Let me see here. This is what I've got at the end. I think I even threw some blue into this. And the reason why I did that is a lot of times it's to tone down the brightness in some of these areas. And you can just see that just coming right there. See it? It's coming up over here. There's some kind of white thing inside here. There's something right there with a round circle. And you can see it's been just blotched over. I mean, it's just crazy. Look at this. I'll jump in a little bit further and you guys can see this. Up and over, up and over. And like I said, you can see it just kind of goes around. Got this weird arch kind of design on the top. Round circle and something come right out of the center of that. I mean, just look at it, guys. Tell me what you guys think. I mean, that's what it basically comes down to. And this is only just a touch of the picture, man. There's a lot more in this picture. Just look it over. There's something, I believe it was... let me see if I can remember what this thing was. I believe it was in the back here. Now, he pointed out a couple of things that were really odd because they have like this weird shape. But there's something right over here, and I'm going to let you guys look for this. It's pretty crazy, guys. It's like a circle. See if I can remember what was that. I think it was right in this area. It has a circle and it has this square opening. And it has this weird place coming down here. Yeah, take a look at this area right here alone and tell me what you guys pull out of it, because I think you'd be amazed what you see. But anyway, guys, just wanted to reiterate on that and touch on it. And because I believe getting the truth out is more important than anything. So I think we need to really rock and roll on that and get it out. Everybody I know that, you know, whether it be, I think it's Truth Seeker, Will over What's Up in the Sky 37, Christian over there, Olympus Sky, Santos over at Moslem Mass, as well as even Nikki over at the Wraith Woman. They're all, she's going to get right back into it too. She's going to be rocking. Check any of these guys out. I'm telling you right now, these guys are all trying to just expose what they're hiding. So anyway, guys, if you're just a viewer, just, you know, go ahead and subscribe. I got some good videos coming up for you soon. And throw me some thumbs up. Always greatly appreciated. It's showing me that you guys definitely are seeing what I'm seeing, or you definitely see that there's definitely stuff being hidden. There's no doubt in my mind. And I believe you guys are the same way. So everybody who's jumped on board recently, thank you. Welcome aboard. We're just trying to expose this stuff. Give me your take on it. Let's find the truth together. Plain and simple. So anyway, guys, again, thanks for watching, and I will see you next pick.